Imagine trying to live on just $4 a day. It might sound impossible, but some people have mastered the art of extreme frugality and thrive on this budget. In today's world, where prices seem to rise every day, many are looking for ways to save money and spend less. Extreme frugality isn't just about cutting costs. It's about changing how you think about spending and making the most of what you have. Take Sarah, a young professional who learned to live on just $4 daily after losing her job. At first, it was hard, but she discovered ways to stretch every dollar and find joy in simple things. This story is about people like Sarah and the lessons we can learn from their frugal habits. The question is, can you live a good life on so little money? Let's explore how it's done and why it works. Number 1. The philosophy behind extreme frugality. Extreme frugality is more than just saving money. It's about thinking differently about what we need and value. People who practice extreme frugality choose to live with less so they can make the most of their resources. The main idea is to spend mindfully, focusing on what truly matters and cutting out unnecessary expenses. This helps them not only save money but also live a simpler and more meaningful life. Some famous people live this way, even if they don't need to. For example, Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, still lives in a modest house he bought decades ago. This shows that frugality isn't just for those who don't have money. It's a lifestyle choice. The core of frugality is finding value, not just looking at price tags. This means learning to fix things instead of replacing them, using items until they wear out, and choosing experiences over material items. It also being creative, like finding free entertainment or making your own meals from simple, cheap ingredients. Embracing this mindset can make living on a very tight budget not just possible but fulfilling. Number 2. Budget breakdown. The $4 a day plan. Living on $4 a day means making smart choices with every dollar. The key is to plan carefully and make sure each expense counts. Here's how a daily budget might be broken down. 1. Food, $2.50 per day. Food is usually the biggest part of a budget, even on $4 a day. The trick is to buy basic ingredients in bulk. For example, rice, beans, oats, and pasta are cheap and filling. Fresh vegetables can be bought from local markets or even grown at home. Breakfast could be oatmeal with a little fruit, while lunch might be a simple vegetable stir-fry with rice. Dinner could be beans and pasta with spices. 2. Transportation, 50 cents per day. Walking or biking is free. So many people living frugally choose these options. If you need to use public transport, finding discounts or off-peak tickets can help keep costs down. Some even carpool with friends or colleagues to share costs. 3. Essentials and extras, $1 per day. This part of the budget covers items like soap, toothpaste, and basic household needs. Thrift stores, discount shops, and buying generic brands help save money. Community centers and libraries offer free activities and resources, which can replace costly entertainment. Real people have made this budget work by staying disciplined and creative. They share tips like meal prepping to avoid waste, using apps to find free events, and swapping skills with friends to save on services. With careful planning, $4 a day can cover basic needs and more. Number 3. Creative solutions for cost cutting. Living on $4 a day means getting creative with every choice. There are many smart ways to stretch your budget and still enjoy life. 1. Cooking at home and bulk meals. Preparing food at home is cheaper than eating out. Simple meals made from inexpensive ingredients like beans, rice, potatoes, and pasta can be nutritious and filling. Cooking large batches of food and freezing portions helps avoid waste and saves time. Leftover vegetables can be turned into soups, stews, or stir-fries, adding variety without extra cost. 2. Using community resources. Many communities have resources that can help save money. Community gardens let people grow their own vegetables for free or at a low cost. Food banks and local pantries often provide items to help families in need. Libraries offer free books, movies, and internet access, replacing expensive subscriptions and activities. 3. DIY projects. Learning basic skills like sewing and simple repairs can save a lot of money. Fixing clothes instead of buying new ones or repurposing old items for different uses can stretch every dollar. For example, making homemade cleaning solutions with vinegar and baking soda can cut down on household expenses. 4. Smart shopping. Look for deals at discount stores, thrift shops, and online marketplaces. Coupons, loyalty programs, and cashback apps are simple ways to save a little more. By being patient and planning purchases, people can find quality items for very low prices. Number 4. Psychological challenges and mindset shifts. Living on $4 a day comes with its own set of challenges, especially mentally. At first, it can feel stressful to think so hard about every dollar. The worry of making ends meet and the constant planning can be tiring. But for many who practice extreme frugality, the biggest lesson is learning to shift their mindset. One important change is focusing on gratitude. Instead of thinking about what you don't have, frugal living encourages you to appreciate what you do have. This simple shift can make life feel richer even when money is tight. People also learn to see challenges as chances to be creative, like finding fun activities that are free or cooking meals from what's left in the pantry. Another benefit is that living with less can reduce decision fatigue. When you only buy what's necessary, there are fewer choices to make, which can be surprisingly freeing. Studies have shown that having fewer choices can lead to less stress and more happiness. Finally, extreme frugality can teach people to live intentionally. It's about making mindful choices and finding joy in simple things. While it takes discipline and mental strength, many discover that living with less brings more peace and satisfaction. Number 5. Benefits beyond saving money. Living on $4 a day may seem tough, but the benefits go far beyond just saving money. One big advantage is developing new, useful skills. People learn how to cook from scratch, repair their clothes, and make their own household items. These skills not only save money but also build confidence and independence. Another benefit is living more sustainably. Frugal living often means reusing and repurposing items instead of buying new ones, which helps reduce waste. For example, using glass jars for storage or old t-shirts as cleaning rags cuts down on trash and supports a greener lifestyle. This approach is good for the environment and makes people feel like they're making a positive impact. Frugal living can also strengthen community ties. People who live on tight budgets often swap services or share resources with friends and neighbors. For example, a person might trade homemade meals for babysitting or join community gardening projects. These connections not only save money but also build friendships and a sense of belonging. In essence, living simply can lead to more peace and happiness. When people focus less on buying and more on enjoying what they have, stress often decreases. They find joy in experiences like spending time outdoors or creating fun moments with loved ones that don't cost a thing. Overall, extreme frugality teaches that life can be fulfilling without spending a lot. It's about using what you have, helping others, and finding value in life's simple pleasures. Number 6. Pitfalls to avoid. While living on $4 a day has many benefits, there are challenges to watch out for. One common problem is poor nutrition. When sticking to a small budget, it's easy to buy cheap but unhealthy foods like instant noodles. This can lead to a lack of important vitamins and health problems over time. To avoid this, plan meals that include affordable but nutritious options like beans, lentils, and seasonal vegetables. Another pitfall is social isolation. Spending less money often means skipping outings with friends that cost money, which can make people feel left out. To avoid this, look for free or low-cost activities like community events, picnics, or game nights at home with friends. Extreme frugality can also become stressful if it feels like a constant struggle. Thinking too much about money and worrying over every expense can lead to burnout. To prevent this, it's important to allow for small treats once in a while, even if it's just a special snack or a favorite drink. Lastly, don't fall into the trap of hoarding. Sometimes trying to save can lead to collecting things you don't need just in case. This can create clutter and stress. Focus on keeping only what is truly useful and valuable. By being aware of these pitfalls and finding balance, living on a tight budget can be rewarding without sacrificing well-being. Living on $4 a day isn't just about saving money. It's a way of life that teaches important lessons. Extreme frugality shows that it's possible to live simply and still enjoy life by focusing on what really matters. It helps develop new skills, build community connections, and even support the environment. However, living this way also has challenges, like finding a balance between saving money and staying healthy or avoiding isolation. The key is to stay creative, use free resources, and allow for small pleasures. The biggest takeaway is that frugal living helps people see the value of things beyond their price. Whether or not you live on $4 a day, adopting some of these habits can make life more fulfilling and less stressful. With a mindful approach, anyone can use frugal habits to build a better, more intentional life. Now, if you want to learn how to achieve financial success, then watch this video next. If you made it to this point in the video, please like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.